Hello, so this video is to answer a couple of questions that I often get asked. The first one being, what is trance? One of the methods that we use in the sessions. And the second question being, what's the difference between a hypnotherapist and a stage hypnotist? So I'm going to start off with answering the question about what is trance, because that will help me answer the second question. So, trance is actually a very ordinary thing. It's a very natural thing. We all go in and out of trance all the time, every day. I'm a driver and I can find that when I'm driving a regular route, I can get to my destination and not quite recall the entire journey. And that's because I've been in a state of trance during the journey. People who run a lot will find on their training runs that they're going in and out of trance. People often go in and out of trance as they're reading, as they're watching television, if they're at the gym. And a key time that we're going in and out of trance is when we're daydreaming. Daydreaming is the perfect example of a trance state. It's when our unconscious mind and our conscious mind are working together in absolute focus to the point we can block out all other distractions. Now, it requires absolute consent. So if somebody doesn't want to go into trance in a hypnotherapy session, there's no way I can make them. So it's got to be something you want to do, that you feel safe doing, and I make sure that the therapy room is that safe environment where people are happy to do that. Now then, the second question, what's the difference between a hypnotherapist and a stage hypnotist? So, both use that state of trance. They both use that state where there's the two parts of the mind, the unconscious part, the conscious part working together. But for me, the key difference is that a stage hypnotist will be using that for entertainment. A hypnotherapist will be using it to help a client get the very best out of themselves and help them achieve whatever it is they want to achieve, whether that's a boost in confidence, to deal with anxiety and panic attacks, to cope with depression, to quit smoking, to be able to do something better, or if they want to deal with a phobia or a fear. So the use of that trance is for two very different purposes. And I guess a follow-up question that I sometimes get asked is, well, are you going to make me cluck like a chicken? No, I'm not going to make you cluck like a chicken. Firstly, I don't know how to do that. Secondly, even if I did know how to do that, I wouldn't want to. It doesn't seem productive. And even if I could and I wanted to, in our hypnotherapy sessions, there's just not time. They're really quite busy, exciting sessions. So finding time to do something like that just isn't possible. But if we look at what a stage hypnotist does and why they manage to get people to cluck like a chicken, what they'll often do is they invite the entire audience to clench their hands together like this. And then they'll be describing about how they're stuck. It feels like glue. You can feel your fingers attaching themselves firmly to the other hand, that kind of thing. And then they'll ask you to try and part them. Many people in the audience will, of course I can part them. There isn't really glue on them. But there will be some people who are like, oh gosh, do you know what? They really are stuck, I can't get them apart. And the stage hypnotist will invite those people up onto the stage. Now then, some people will walk up to the stage like this, going, oh my gosh, my hands are stuck, what am I going to do? The stage hypnotist doesn't really want that person on stage because they're not really consenting to being entertaining. So the stage hypnotist will tap them on the hands, and as if by magic their hands can come apart, and he'll send them back down. But there will be some people coming up onto the stage like this. They'll be like, oh, they're really stuck, look at them, and turning around to the friends going, look, they're really stuck. The stage hypnotist wants to keep that person on stage because, one, they're really suggestible, they've managed to get their hands stuck, and two, that they seem just really willing to entertain, like they would do anything to stay on that stage and get a few laughs. So that's the person that the stage hypnotist wants to keep on stage. That's the person they will tell to cluck like a chicken. And they will, because they want to entertain, they want to get a few laughs out of people. Now, as the stage performance goes on, Some of the things they'll be asked to do will be kind of maybe a bit riskier, a bit more, make a bit more of a joke out of it. And there'll come a point where there's some people on the stage that are like, that's just a little bit beyond what I'm comfortable with. And the stage hypnotist can spot this. And he knows if they're not comfortable, they're going to stop consenting to doing what I'm saying. So he'll ask them to sit down, and you'll notice this as the show goes on, a few people will be asked to go and sit back down. So that's how the stage hypnotist works. They use trance, but they're also looking for people who want to entertain, who want to be on stage. In hypnotherapy, I use trance, but all I need from my client is a willingness to change so that they can achieve what they want to achieve. And I'll use trance so that their unconscious brain and their conscious brain come together in absolute focus so that they can achieve what they have chosen to achieve. I hope that answers a few questions for you. If you do have any more questions, feel free to drop me a message and I will answer as soon as I can. In the meantime, take care. Bye for now.